What is up, Pyromaniacs? Prostates here. We are back in the world of my apartment. No, I'm not dead. Sorry, it's been I think it's been 4 or 5 days. This isn't going to be an everyday series because there's just not enough content for every day. But it'll probably be 3 times a week, and I'll keep you guys updated on where we are, what we're doing, etc., etc. So the weekend on day 5, which was the 16th. I started getting kind of had a bad stomach bug, and it just got worse through the weekend. And my knee, I'm not sure what's going on with my knee, but I've been limping pretty bad all weekend, and it wasn't until Sunday that things kind of calmed down stomach wise, and yesterday was Monday, so my brother told me to basically just chill. Tuesday, which is today, we're gonna go to the gym, and we're gonna start with some chest stuff and see what we can do with that. JJ's done a lot of heavy lifting. I think at his top he was deadlifting 530, somewhere around there, so he knows he knows all about squats and all that, the big boy, thick guy stuff. So he's going to teach some of us, or me and my dad, I think my dad's coming too. He's going to teach us some of that stuff. We're going to see if I like it or not. I've never really been a meathead type guy, but I wouldn't mind having some muscles either. And I don't know, maybe it might be something I like. So we're going to give it a shot. We're getting real close to being able to maybe swing the bike for my birthday. The problem is we don't have quite enough to get to, and Kat doesn't want that bike anyway. She wants we got to find her a cheaper version of the bike she was looking at, which shouldn't be too hard. But I got to look around. So if I can find her a bike that looks like the $1,000 one that she wants for hopefully half or quarter price, we can get that, and maybe with birthday money and something we can swing it. So we'll see. I have to look into it. It's starting to look like it definitely swing my version, but it would be better to ride with her anyway. So. Plus, I haven't even looked at helmets and stuff like that. And if, as big as I am, if I'm going to do that, I think I should probably get a helmet and a few other things just to, keep myself from losing structural integrity if, God forbid, I should fall over, just, trip off the bike and just like a giant water balloon all over the fucking ground. So... So good news-ish, I tried to weigh myself over the weekend, and it looks like I'm getting close to the weight limit of the scale in here. So I broke down and went ahead and bought a scale that should be able to handle my massiveness. If not, I am completely off on how much I weigh. So we should know by tonight. So that's been one of the most difficult things about this whole process, is not having a way to really gauge myself. I mean, I can tell that I've lost inches off of my waist, obviously. I used to, when I get out of my car, if I didn't get out of it very carefully, I'd honk the horn, which is horrifically embarrassing. It's already hilarious, the fat man jumping into a Prius, which reminds me of that what was his name? Oh, Chris Farley, fat man in a little coat, fat man in a little coat, except it's fat man in a little car. It always reminds me of that, getting into it, but it's a nice car. It's a comfy car, and I like it. And I have to fill it up like twice a year when in COVID for gas. So the amount of money that shit saves me is ridiculous, but it probably is absolutely hilarious to watch a giant monster of a man get into a Prius. Not only that, but me just getting into the Prius pretty much pegs it on its weight limit, which is absolutely hilarious, because it has a weight limit of like 900 pounds or something like that. So like me plus one other normal person, and we're over the weight limit on the Prius, which is kind of scary. I didn't realize that. So I didn't notice that until I went in looking in the manual to try and find what the PSI on the tire pressure was. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. So there you go. It's probably why my mileage has been shit the last 6 months, because the poor car's just been scraping the bottom of the road as it drives. Oh my God. So good news is diet's going well. Morale's pretty good. Only thing that sucked was just the food poisoning over the weekend. I think a lot of it was me and Kat, we eat out a lot. We shouldn't. And I know a lot of you guys can be like, how do you eat out on a diet? Believe me, you can lose weight eating out 100%. It requires you to be very judicious about what you eat. But my brother and I both lost 100 pounds, or I lost 50 and he lost 100 initially eating Wendy's chicken nuggets 3 meals a day. It's doable. You just have to be smart and count your calories. So I got to where pretty much every time I ate out, it would make me violently ill. So I don't know if it's just my body trying to wake me up, or if maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe it was just bad luck. Maybe it's God trying to tell me something. Either way, cooked all weekend, experimented with some stuff. I've got this really awesome recipe, and it's not exactly calorie friendly, but it's dense and it doesn't take much to fill you up. It's cheap as hell, and it's so good. You get 2 pounds of ground sirloin, throw it in a pan, brown it, drain it, add a can of corn, a can of creamed corn. I know, stick with me. Don't freak out. Where are you going? Sit your fucking ass back down. Sit your ass back down. Can of corn, can of creamed corn, and 2 packages of Taco Bell seasoning, and mix that up. So it's making it's basically making a corny taco meat, right? So you mix that up, break it up, et cetera, et cetera. While that's cooking and simmering, you take 2 boxes of Jiffy cornbread mix those up with, I think it's 2 eggs and a cup of milk. It only wants like a third of a cup of milk per box, so 2/3 of milk. You want to do a little bit more than that. So I don't know, maybe a 1 1/3 cup of milk, just because if you don't, it's like, it comes out like a paste, and you want it to be a little bit more wet than that. So mix that up, add about 1.5 cups of cheese, any kind you want, whether it's cheddar. We use mixed Mexican cheese. Throw that in there, stir it up, and then you dump all of that into the pan where you've got your taco meat, your corn, and your creamed corn. Mix all of that up, and it's going to look like a soup. Maybe a little thick soup, but it's going to look like a soup. Hopefully while you're doing all this, you preheated your oven to 400 degrees. And then you take that whole pan, shove it right in the oven. Turn your burners off and just sit it in there for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now, it depends on the texture that you want, but it comes out. For me, I kind of undercook it a little bit, so it's not like a cornbread consistency. It's more like a I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's not like grits, because grits is too wet, but it's a gooey-ish kind of consistency, kind of like a brownie almost, except it's got taco meat, corn in it and everything, and you won't even know it's creamed corn by the time. It's just to give it a little bit of a sweetness and a little thicker consistency. But you get that out, and that will make like 8-9 servings, even for somebody as big as me. And then you put it in little containers like this. I keep 1 or 2 in the fridge, 2 or 3 in the freezer, and then you just swap them out as you eat them, and it's the quickest, easiest lunch. And then if you like, you can add a little cheese on it if you want. If you want to make it filthy. Now, this is definitely going to blow your diet, and I didn't tell you this, but if you want to make it filthy, once you get it out, take a can of turkey gravy and pour that over the top of it. Oh, it'll fucking kill you. So it's good shit. So I cooked that over the weekend, and it was phenomenal. So I've got like 5 or 6 doses of it left. Oh, and sorry that the background's a mess. We got a bunch of containers like this, and so that's all of the Amazon boxes that we got. We live off Amazon. I mean, like, the amount of stuff that we get from them is fucking ridiculous. So I got the scale coming from them tonight. So I'll update you. Probably will have a video tomorrow because I'm gonna update you on the workout tonight. I'm gonna update you on the scale. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for a weight reveal yet. It'll depend where we're at. So, but yeah, we'll get to find out kind of loosely how much weight I've lost, because I never knew where I started 100% accurate. I just knew I was over X. So this will tell me I'm hoping to be under that now, and then, just fudge it a little bit, and we'll know if I've lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 70 pounds. It's going to be interesting. So if you guys want to throw it in the comments section what you think I've lost since I started, feel free. I know I've lost about 4 inches off my waist. I guess I could tell you guys. I mean, it's embarrassing for me, but I was over 500 in April, which blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like, I don't understand how you're that fat. Like, I don't understand how I was that fat. I don't feel that fat. Didn't feel that fat. Most people that are that fat, they're not mobile. It blew my fucking mind. Like, the hospital was like, yeah, we can't weigh you. This is the biggest scale we've got, and you're blowing it out. They couldn't do procedures on me because I was so big. And that's fucked up. So, well, somewhere over that, we'll see where we are. So that is a tough number to own too, because I mean, like, that's you. That ain't nobody else. That's just you. I blame COVID. COVID definitely didn't help, but yeah. So hoping somewhere closer to 450, and if that's the case, I've lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 75 pounds, and we've been doing this since April 20th. That's when I went in. April 18th, 19th. Hang on, let me look. I can tell by April 18th. That's when I had my AFib. So, yeah, can't drink alcohol anymore at all. Learned that the hard way too. So this weekend I went and got a couple of those hard seltzers because they were on sale. They were cheap, and they're 100 calories a can. So I'm a lightweight. It takes me 2 cans, and I'm good, which is hilarious because I'm a giant person, so I should be able to handle my alcohol like, a freaking 5th generation Irish person. But no. And I can't drink. Because as soon as I do, the heart palpitations start, and that is, I had 2 drinks, and it was just like do, and it just, oh my god. So yeah, it stopped, thankfully. So but then I did some research, and it's funny because the research on alcohol and hearts is so contradictory. Because it's like, if you drink, you are drastically more prone to go into AFib, which is the problem I have when your heart rate can't be controlled. However, if you drink moderately, it is shown to improve heart health. What the fuck? It's like it's gonna kill you if you have heart problems, but if you don't, it'll keep you healthy. Oh my god. So yeah, no more alcohol, no more party bus for me. So, which sucks because those were actually pretty good. I don't drink much though, so I guess it's not really a big deal. My brother, it was a big thing for him when he had to quit alcohol, but for me it's like, okay, no big deal. I drink like 4 times a year, and that's it. Like my birthday, Christmas, New Year's, maybe Thanksgiving, and maybe on a special occasion, so oh well, easy come, easy go. I've also given up. I've given up sodas 100%, with the exception of Diet Sprite, and they're not sponsoring me. But if you want to sponsor me, I'll drink your shit. I promise. But But yeah, Diet Sprite. It's a clear soda, so supposedly that's a little bit better. Probably not. But yeah, just doing that in water. I've been off caffeine now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'd bought a shit ton of these, which are amazing, by the way. They're unsweet, good company. I bought a ton of them, and I was drinking it, and I liked it, so I started drinking them pretty heavy, and my heart started skipping beats again, kind of like it was doing with the alcohol. I'm like, what the fuck? And I couldn't figure out why, and so I went and looked, and you won't be able to see that, but right there it says 54 milligrams of caffeine per 12 ounces. This is a 64 ounce thing, right? So if you drink 2 of these a day, that's like 500 milligrams of caffeine. It's the equivalent of going and partying with Charlie Sheen. So yeah, I got a bad batch. I ordered 10 of them from Walmart, and I got a bad batch. It tasted like nuts, and it was disgusting. So they were nice enough, sent me coupons to replace the 10 that I bought. But yeah, because it's got caffeine in it, I've got to avoid it now. So and I have a bunch of hot tea that I like, which I can still do, but I have to be careful with the caffeine there, because I will flat out drink Earl Grey all day long, or Constant Comment, the orange tea. I'll drink both of those all day long, and they all have caffeine in it. So I got to find, if I can find some Twinings decaf, then I'll be okay. Especially going into the winter, I'll probably switch off of the 7 or the Sprite, Diet Sprites, to hot tea, and then if I can keep it decaf, then yeah, I'll be good. So, and I've also been just drinking normal water, which is fine. I have to drink it cool for whatever reason. If it's not iced, I can't palate it, but I prefer other things, but it is what I think everybody does. So I think that's pretty much all of the updates. I've been kind of rambling for 20 minutes here. I will be on a podcast this week. My old boss has started a podcast. I think it's called Juxtapositions is the name of the podcast. I'll link to it in the next video. We're recording it tonight. I don't know when they throw it up, but I'll tweet it out so you guys can know where to listen if you care. We're going to be talking about gaming, YouTube, the rise and fall of Pyro on YouTube, what I think about YouTube, and all that stuff, and probably just be me rambling for 45 minutes. So if you're curious about more of the business side of things and that stuff, you may want to check that out. You may not. Either way, I'll link it there. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to do the weights, and we'll do a weight reveal, hopefully. So, man, if I get that thing and I'm over that, that's going to piss me off, because that means I've lost a lot of weight, but God only knows where I was. So I'm hoping for like 460. How bad is that when you're hoping for 460? Either way, that'll be a huge motivator for me. And my brother's been telling me, dude, don't get a scale, don't get a scale, don't get a scale. I'm like, I understand checking a scale daily is bad because your weight fluctuates. There's nothing more debilitating than being on a diet and busting your ass and working out and going get on a scale and being up 5 pounds. But it happens. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means, your body fluctuates. But when you literally don't know where you are, it eats at you, So this will give me a baseline. From that baseline, we can improve, we can track, and we can grow. And then plus we'll have a history. So I also need to start taking photos. I hate taking photos of myself. You don't realize, like, me and Kat never take photos of ourselves. It's just not something I've ever done. You don't realize how nasty you look until you take a photo of yourself, or somebody takes a photo for Christmas. It's like, oh, look, and you're just like, holy fuck, who is that? So oh my God, it's me. Oh fuck. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So if you want to guess where we are in the comment section. Scale caps out at 550. My current scale caps out at 450. So if you want to guess where we are, feel free. Like I said, we've been on this since April 19th. I did keto for the first 30 days, and I've been on a 2,800 calorie diet since then. So, or less. Sometimes a little more. Mostly less, or at. Either way, if you want to throw some guesstimates in the comment section for, see if who can guess or get the closest, feel free. Also, it helps YouTube engagement. That lets YouTube know, hey, these people like this video. They're talking about it. Don't forget to step on the like button or eat it. There you go. I hear it's tastes delicious. It's almost 0 calories. Just eat that like button. Eat it up, and that lets YouTube know my content's worth sharing. I appreciate it. It helps the channel grow while letting my waistline shrink. Oh boy. All right, you guys have a great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next clip.